What's good, superstars? Back with another Cryptoys video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good.
Getting into it. Get into it, guys. If you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post some Cryptoys content. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Join the super duper rare stars. We are now seeing a couple of them. I know there's at least 2 or 3 of them out there right now. And they're getting maximum entries into the giveaways every single month. Rob and I are also planning something special for those of you who have reached that goal. 2 years supporting us consistently. Thank you so much for all that support. You can follow us on X, join the Instagram, or follow the Instagram, join the Discord, and you can let us know anything that you do for the Superstar Utility Program over there. But also, I mean, if you're into Cryptoys, the Cryptoys chat has been going off. We have seen some previously disgruntled Cryptoys fan doing giveaways in our Cryptoys chat over there. So, I mean, incredible turn of events. Obviously, the project is providing great hopes for a lot of these people. So, I mean, excited to see that chat going off on the Discord.
Listen, the Cryptoys project, if you actually research it, I find a lot of people make a lot of comments about Cryptoys project without actually researching the project and what they are going to be. They're digital toys for a reason. But it's such a good project. Even the most disgruntled people, impatient, have turned because the project's so good that they can't help but to participate. And they're actually doing giveaways to the community now as a way to give back because of how happy they are with the project. So we're very happy to see that. And we love that our Discord is the place where this can happen. So yeah, guys, make sure you join the Discord for sure.
I mean, we've been very clear. We don't block people. We just like to have conversations, and we go back and forth like crazy in this space. It's just something that we have a lot of fun doing. So, I mean, if you ever want to get our attention, I guess call us out or something like that. Other than that, today there was a couple things that happened. Shout out to the biggest bro who went on a stream for 3.5 hours trying to get the Real Uncommon podcast up to, I think it was 465 subscribers. So they ended up reaching that goal, but he said he would not stop streaming until they got to that goal. So really cool to see the community come together, help him get there. So that was that one thing that happened. And the next thing that happened was Sanjay, Mr. MC1, had his giveaway stream on the Veve side. And he gave away 3, at least that's how many I saw, 3 gold and silver logos, 1 to O'Milly, 1 to Clarissa, and 1 to Osmond Collects, all very deserving content creators who've been putting a lot of work. O'Milly doing spaces all the time. Osmond doing consistent spaces twice a week with the Web V Collected. And then Clarissa just cosplaying every single drop that happens on Veve. I don't know how many costumes you can have. Like, how big is your closet? But very cool to see some rewards for people who put in the work.
Yeah, and speaking of Mr. MC1, today's video, it will be responding to this to his X tweet. He also Joe was on the live with him yesterday, and he brought up the same question. So I think we're gonna break it down. We want to give a video. Mr. MC1, friend of the channel, he's been very generous around the space. He's been giving away ETH. He's been giving away Veve logos. He's been buying YouTube channels. So he's all over the place right now. Very generous with his cash. And Mr. MC1, of course, you're always welcome on the channel if you want to talk about this further. He's always in spaces to support the community. So he says, let me start off by saying I respect Cryptoys and Will a lot. Will open an account soon. Thanks, Superstar Money. I will accept a free collectible if the offer is open. Just for those who don't know, when we do live streams, we often do, or especially if we do a Cryptoys unboxing, we often do a giveaway. So or a gift, I should say, a gift. So if you come on the live stream and you sign up for an account right then and there, we enter you into the wheel, and then if you win, then we'll give you that gift. All right. But he said he's absolutely confused, and we'll help bring some clarity. 200 plus people said they love Crypto's ownership model. Own the digital token, plus don't own the digital collectible, which is limited license, and absolutely hate other models. Now, I'm just going to do a quick clarification here, guys, just so everybody knows. Cryptoys is based on Flow. They are Flow tokens that are the original token that are currently owned by Cryptoys. Now, what happens is they just came up with this extremely innovative, clever way that solves a lot of their problems, where they use ghost tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, where you teleport out on their platform, on their website, and into your actual wallet, you will get a ghost token, which then locks that character in their platform. You can then go to the digital toy exchange. You can trade and buy over there and sell over there. And then when you get, let's say you buy one, you could then go back and teleport back in to get the utilities that website will offer, and that's where the gamification comes in the future. So that's how the ownership works. Now, in the case of the limited license, we all know that the space, when you buy the NFT, the metadata doesn't actually include the 3D model. The 3D model is based on the platform itself, but by owning the token, it gives you the flexibility to trade, sell, buy. We do gifts.
It's the key. And people say you need the keys to your crypto. That's exactly what this is. I mean, and to expect anything more is a little bit outlandish. I think even when it comes to the limited license, I don't think anybody's ever expected to have full license of one of the characters that they're buying on these platforms. Same goes for if you buy anything IRL. You're not going to be able to go open up a restaurant named Mickey Mouse because you have a Mickey Mouse Funko Pop. Like, same type of thing, right? That's not how it works. So don't expect extra perks just because you own a digital asset or digital collectible, digital toy. The perks that you get are whatever perks are provided by either the host company. So, for example, now that you have that token that unlocks the collectible on Cryptoys, they're going to provide whatever utilities that they've promised on the roadmap, games, whatever within their platform. Who's to say down the line that that token will not unlock other experiences in other metaverses or other places? Pure speculation right now. We don't know. We have heard that there has been a big partnership integration that has yet to be announced. Maybe that has something to do with it. But being able to have that key to your token in your MetaMask wallet is game changing. Game changing. Make no mistake about it. It's game changing. We've seen giveaways like crazy. We've seen people buying and selling in the marketplace. It has been a big fun ride. So I mean, I think let's keep going here. Let's continue.
One more thing, Joel, because I just in case we have a lot of people. Because again, what I'm seeing on X is a lot of people have not researched this project. The reason why it's so innovative and genius is because by doing this and having this model, they don't need to have KYC on their platform. People can now sell directly to USDC, and through crypto exchanges, let them deal with the MTL, let them deal with all the issues that come with cash out. This allows Cryptoys to remain a kid-compliant platform because ultimately they're building digital toys. Their focus is going to be kids. Of course, they want the kids to play in a safe way. This is why it's so clever on what they've done. They've done it in a way that they've structured their business to create a moat to protect themselves from regulation. Just for those watching who may not know a lot about Cryptoys. Now let's move on. This is the most recent drop post for Star Wars on Cryptoys. 20 likes in 2 days. And the grenade on Veve, had not heard of it until today. It has 200 plus likes in 10 hours. And he shows these two examples here. So he has this Cryptoys post, which is talking about the vaulting, which is a burning version for Cryptoys that allows also utility for their golden tickets. So that's another story. And then here's the Veve one. There's a grenade and it has 231 likes and 60 reposts. So when you see this, he's making this comparison. He says, what should we infer? Those that spoke do not care or don't buy. Joe, why don't you go first this time?
I mean, I think for us, it's that the platform has not been completed. Like, that's, for me, a lot of people are waiting for this whole thing to come to fruition. I mean, the roadmap is there. It's clear. The Cryptoys team is building. They've begun delivering on their roadmap. We've seen ambassador program. We've seen top influencer marketing. We've seen now we've seen the marketplace, the third-party marketplace. We expect to see an in-house marketplace. There's so many things that have to come from Cryptoys before people will realize. The first ever run in NFTs and digital collectibles with licensed IP was Veve exclusive. There was the only place that you could go to get these things. They were the innovators. They came out with the idea first, and they have had great success. I mean, that's somewhere that we've seen this whole space start out. And originally, it was because of the price appreciation of drops that you would be able to land. There was a lot of other things that made that appreciation happen that we won't get into in this video. We get into it in a lot of our other videos, but that is where this space started. We have been very vocal, very, very vocal on how we see this space progressing. And very obvious at this point that there are very limited new users coming into this space on any platform. So imagine building a platform out at the bottom of a bear market with all the ambitions and all the great ideas. It's going to be tough to get some traction until you actually deliver. I mean, you've seen that Shoeless Joe, I think it's called. If you build it, they will come. Let them build it. Let them cook. and they will come. I mean, I have complete faith in this team. If you've ever had a conversation, you said at the first paragraph with Will Weinrob, the CEO of Cryptoys, you can tell that he is very professional. He has an answer for any question. He's not scared to take any questions. He will go on any YouTube channel, any Twitter space. Actually, we have a Twitter space next Wednesday with the Cryptoys team, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But he does not shy away. He is very polished when it comes to taking these kinds of questions. He's come from a previous company that he has had success with, that he's been an entrepreneur and with other founders of this company. It is not Mickey Mouse. It is something that is, I guess it is Mickey Mouse, but it's not Mickey Mouse because it's an American-based firm that is obsessed, as Rob calls it, obsessed with compliance. It's something that they are going to take their time with. They have Mattel backing. They have VCs that are top VCs in the space. It's just all the buttons, everything is lining up for these guys. And I don't think that they're worried whatsoever about how many likes a Twitter post gets, because they know what they're creating. They know what's going to come down the pipeline, and they have no worries. So we have no worries.
I'm going to add to that, Joe. So Twitter posts do not necessarily translate to activity. Now that we do have interoperability, now that we do have the ability to see the blockchain in a way where we can understand sales, the DTE has only been out for 20 days. It came out on June 1st, right? So that, okay, maybe a little bit over 22 days, right? And it's working. Like, people are engaging with the platform. We have pretty much a linear line of activity here, and this is basically cumulative sales, and you can see that it's steadily growing every day. We can see that there's an average sale price of $28, and currently the gross sales have been $54,000 over 20 days. Now, keep something in mind. This is an innovative first time ever that people have a marketplace like this. There was a massive learning curve for a lot of people. They had to learn, in some cases, how to download MetaMask. They had to use MetaMask for the first time ever. They've been in this space for a long time, but they've never actually had to do it in a self-custodial way. We had to show people in our Discord exactly how to do this. So with this learning curve, dealing with the teleporting out, dealing with going on that third-party marketplace and teleporting back in, and the fact that there's no utility yet with the gaming side, you still have this lively secondary third-party marketplace where it's being actively used daily. So just because a Twitter post shows you one thing, that does not necessarily translate to the reality of what's happening on the ground on the platform. I'll also mention that it also depends on the type of news. As you can see here, we had 136 likes, 49 reposts, 22.1 views. This is when they first announced their drop for FA Grogu, FA Mando, right? Like, this is the first time that they talked about this drop, and obviously it got more eyes on X. The algo hit differently. That does not necessarily always translate, though, just because it has more likes. Like, for example, you may have millions of impressions on something and it still may not sell well, right? So it doesn't necessarily always translate. And I think that's an important thing to note, because ultimately the data that we do have shows that Twitter posts 20 likes or not, people are engaging with the platform. And as time goes on, I think people will start seeing more utility because they will roll out the roadmap, and that will lead to even more engagement. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I think another big point to bring to light here is that there's no mobile app yet. That's supposed to be another thing. I mean, people have their phones on them all the time. So having access to the marketplace with a mobile app would be even more insane. I mean, more accessible. You want to do anything, you got to go to the PC. I think some people on Android might have figured out how to use it on mobile, but it's not direct, right? They don't have the token marketplace, which is for the people who maybe don't want to get into crypto. So all those people are not participating because maybe they don't want to deal with the crypto when it comes to the marketplace. And yet still we have steady and similar growth of the numbers that you were showing there. So shout out to Diamond, by the way, for providing that data on his dashboard. But
yeah, I want to make one more comment, Joe, about the potential why drops tend to get more likes and more eyes on the algo than maybe non-drop related posts. And I really do believe that there's a bit of a gambling crowd when it comes to that. Now, these things are not supposed to be investments, although we do recognize that there are whales in the community that have spent, triple digits, like insane, like over $100,000, I think, from the stories we've heard on these collectibles, sometimes even more. Who does that for something that's not an investment? Are they truly collectors, or are they here for something else? And I feel like drops, because of the format of them, where you have a low chance at some, rarer, more scarcer item, I feel like you may bring in different people, a different crowd, and maybe every time there's a drop post like that. But Cryptoys doesn't. That's not what they do, right? They do maybe 2-3 drops a year. And the idea is that they're going to put out high quality, already fully rigged collectibles that are designed to be for toys. And that's where the gamification, because we're getting questionable gamification. People do not know the roadmap because they haven't seen it yet. And we've seen sneak peeks, but that's another thing I want to add, Joe.
Yeah, and I think we can go down to the last paragraph here. A like costs nothing. Show them some love. They have a great product, did something innovative. Put your money where your mouth is, people. Maybe stop by the Cryptoys page on your way to the Veve Fudders spaces. I don't think that was really called for anyways. If we're going to get into it there, I think that there's people who like both projects, both platforms, not necessarily haters of Veve if they do like Cryptoys. And I think that should be a message that is well received. I think that what they're building here and this type of marketplace is something that Veve could benefit from hugely on that platform. I think that could be great game changing for Veve. So hopefully the innovation that Cryptoys provides is something that the rest of the space can maybe learn from, and vice versa. Cryptoys is learning from Veve too. They're learning from how things go. Veve does drops all the time. They're doing drops every other day almost, right? So the fact that they have that much volume and that much IP that they're dropping, Cryptoys is able to look at the space and see how that goes as well, and make decisions that way. So I think also when you're not in the news all the time, it would go back to the likes. It's not that they're posting a new drop every other day. They're posting drops monthly, not even monthly. Like sometimes it's every 2 months. So sometimes you're not in front of people's face all the time when it comes to posting and all that stuff. So sometimes people miss things. I know that some people's comments to this were, I didn't even see that post. I just liked it right now. I think Richard Holy for Holy said that. So that's also part of the situation. I think we gotta stop trying to separate the space, and we gotta learn from what people want in the community. Listen to the community. We know that Cryptoys is doing a good job of listening to the community and being available whenever there are questions. If you do have any questions regarding this, I think you can always talk to Will. I know he's wide open to talking to you, but also any of the other people from the team, all amazing people. I mean, I have not run into one person on that team that has been a negative thought in my mind. I mean, everybody's been so welcoming and so happy to be working on this type of stuff. So I think we could have left it out without the last paragraph there, but if we keep going, I think everybody's going to be happy here with what Cryptoys does end up delivering, and I think that Veve is going to implement some of these things as well, and it'll be good for them too.
Well, let's not just speaking of drop model. I just want to pitch in another really cool thing about Cryptoys is that they actually are dropping the collectible with the item. So a collectible, like they've already built a platform with the plans for items, with the plans for accessories. So when you see a character with, let's say, a lightsaber, that lightsaber is its own NFT and it will be detachable from the character. And I think that's a really cool thing that they have. And that's where maybe, again, everybody learns from each other in the space. I think when there's gamification, when there's mix matching, you may actually have a lot more interest in that utility. Although as of now, that's not accessible. It's set up that way. The blockchain will show it that way, but it's not set up yet to actually do that detach. So I think as time goes on, people are going to be really attracted to that. And don't forget as well, another thing I think that can be learned from in the space is their unboxing experience. The blind box that Cryptoys has is an NFT in itself. So you can actually choose to not open it, and that's tradable. That's sellable. That's buyable. The holocron is actually tradable because it's its own NFT. And then once opened, that gets burned, and you have the blister pack. That's a collectible, right? That's still in packaging, like in the real physical world. And if you want to rip it open, that gets burnt, and then you get the character that has an item coupled to it that can then be used in their gamified roadmap. Which, guys, they have a roadmap. It's on their Trello board. We talk about Cryptoys. As of right now, Cryptoys, even though everything's set up for games, the games have not been provided yet. They've shown us sneak peeks of them. They're going to be like adventure games. One of them kind of remind me a little bit of like The Legend of Zelda, where you have to like jump on squares that move back and forth. They did a sneak peek of that. We played on the the mini games Here, if you see here, there's an iOS app coming out, Android app coming out, mini game 1, mini game 2. You're going to have mobile games as well. They're going to have stashing, which is for passive players. Put your characters in buildings, expend energy to get rewards. Those rewards are going to be NFTs that you can then sell. Sorry, Joe, you want to jump in?
I just want to say, like, it's early. It's early for these guys. These guys, like we mentioned, we found out about them in May of last year. So it's been a little over a year that we've been watching them progress. And it's something that, if you look at the undertaking that they have on this Trello board, it's incredible of all the things that they want to do and are moving through. We've seen these things actively move from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3 to delivered, shipped, completed, all within the year. We've seen their team grow. We've seen them have new faces. They're always broadcasting the team and all this stuff. So right now, it might not be top of mind for a lot of people. I think that the marketplace coming out was something that made a little bit of more people feel more comfortable starting to look at the project. I don't think that you have to vote with your wallet at any point. I think that it's something that you can just sit back and watch if you really wanted to see what's happening. On this channel, we like to talk about them because we'd like to see their roadmap be delivered on time as they put out there. So I think it's something to say about that as well. But I think until they have a fully delivered product with their vision intact, I think it's a little early to judge Cryptoys as a whole platform, whole project, and how it's received by the masses or the community that already exists until they had a chance to deliver on their full product.
Yeah, and I just come back to the tweet. I think what he's alluding at is that people that he's spoken to love the idea of interoperability. They love the idea of self-custody, but then he's using an X post to say, well, it doesn't have that much traction on vaulting, by the way. It doesn't have that much traction, meaning they must not be that interested. And I just think that logical connection that he's making is not necessarily the case. I think he's maybe trying to take two things that aren't really relatable and kind of forcing them to kind of make a point that, oh, well, you're not liking their X post, so you must not be that interested in self-custody. But the reality is that collectors are extremely interested in self-custody. It gives them the flexibility to transfer, buy, sell, gift, basically do what anyone should be able to do if they're a collector, which is do what they want with their collection. And if you don't have this, by Cryptoys doing this self-custody approach, they enabled the ability to give collectors the flexibility to do what they want with their collection while simultaneously creating a mode of regulation around them. It's truly genius. So I would not don't be confused here, Mr. MC1, because I don't feel that an X post translates necessarily to the ultimate end product. And that ultimate end product is, at the end of the day, it is lively. It's being actively used. The data shows that. And I think as more gamification comes in and more of the roadmaps delivered, I think we're going to see a lot more growth like we have. Think about it. Ever since the marketplace, there's been growth in this platform. Every time they release something new, when they release Disney, growth, marketplace, growth. Every time they're releasing something, they're getting growth. So I think it's a matter of time for them to do that. And will it translate to X? Probably as time goes on, as there's more growth. I'm sure there's going to be more people following on X and more people engaging with them, their socials. But at the same time, in this space right now, the flip seems to be the most attractive thing, and that doesn't bring in new users. We know the flipping model, even though it's been highly attractive to those who are here right now, because they entered this space during the flipping mania back in 2022, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to get new users coming in for the flip. They're probably going to want something different like games and something different like utility. And that utility-driven roadmap that Cryptoys has transparently shown on the Trello board, that's going to, I think, really start bringing the new users.
Yep, I think we nailed it on the head there. Until the platform's complete, I think it's hard to see what the true interest, especially on X or these other platforms, is. But the marketplace is still it's up and running. People are utilizing it. The Discord's another great place if you want to come check it out. You can join our Discord, check out the Cryptoys chat, one of our busier chats there. So kind of another way to gauge how much people are loving the platform. So I think that's another thing. But yeah, let them deliver, let them cook. And I think everything's gonna be fine.
Speaking of delivery, guys, they do have a white page. If you go on Cryptoys website, at the bottom, scroll right down to the bottom in the bottom right corner, you're gonna see a white paper. You click that. They've actually laid out their roadmap here in a more detailed way than the Trello board. So if you want to learn more about gaming, you can talk about it. And here you can see about pockets, play sets. You can learn about buildings. You can learn about vaulting, rarities, tiers, statometer, different strengths for the characters depending on the rarity. This is a whole web of utility. And I just feel like a lot of people commenting on this stuff that I've seen on X posts, they haven't really done any research on what this is going to be. They only know what it is right now, which is essentially a digital collectible platform. But they've already future-proofed their collectibles to integrate into this eventual digital toy platform. So, guys, we would love to hear your thoughts. I mean, we broke it down today. What do you guys think about Mr. MC1's post? Do you think that X post translates into what people actually want? Do you think that because there's not a lot of X likes, that means that people don't actually care about self-custody? Do you think that Cryptoys, the reason they don't have maybe as much volume on their socials on X is because of reasons like their roadmap's not complete, because of, when they really ramped up? Is it because, their users are not really on X? I mean, there's all kinds of theories for that, but we gave you our opinion, so you can let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar family, hit the bell notification to get every single video, every single day. Also, do our VIPs, $2.99 a month to start beside your name, answer spreadsheets. Super duper rares are here. Let's go. Guys, take care. We'll see you next one. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.